Bitcoin has crossed 71K. We're seeing altcoins actually start to take a little bit of a leg up. Is this going to sustain? And are the developments coming around the corner that we're seeing in crypto gaming specifically potentially going to finally give us a little bit of momentum in the market when it comes to crypto gaming tokens? If we filter here through the 24 hours, we're actually seeing a lot of gaming tokens getting some pretty good activity, even on the 7-day charts. So we're going to go over some of the catalysts that are occurring right now, not even some of the things that we're looking ahead to this summer, etc. There are a lot of things unfolding as we speak that really could bring a surge to the crypto gaming market, especially if we continue to see Bitcoin take a leg up. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Without further ado, let's get in the game. And as always, guys, drop down, hit that like button, and subscribe for more every single week here on In the Game. Quick shout out to all of our sponsors as well. We have Vulcan, 𝗡𝗘𝗅, Dreams Quest, Game Starter, NordVPN, Moon Tropica. We have Real Fever, and then all of our exchange partners as well down below. We have some non-KYC options. With Blowfin, we have a decentralized exchange for leverage trading, which is Aavo. You can check those out along with Bybit, Mexi, all those good exchanges down below in the description. And help us out. Tell a friend where you're getting all your alpha from right here on In the Game. And, we've been scooping up these gaming coins for quite a while. We've seen some pretty decent legs up over this week. First and foremost, the biggest winner is Carrot. I had mentioned in my gaming portfolio that I put out last week that Carrot was the only one that has TGE'd that I am going to put into my portfolio due to favorable vesting. There's not a lot of tokens coming into circulation on this project at this point in time. And even since TGE, we saw the sell-off from the airdrops. What an impressive run here, over $1.10. And what this stems from, we see Carrot and 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 has partnered up this week with NVIDIA and Palantir, which is really pushing forward their AI narrative. To me, it's no surprise with the low unlocks as well as the partnerships. And we see crypto god John here saying how they partnered up with NVIDIA and Palantir for the developmental growth of AI. I mean, this chart does look amazing. I totally expect this to continue running, and the tokenomics are very friendly in that regard. We have Mantra, the one RWA play in my portfolio, which is up, over the week time period. We're seeing a 37% gain here. Some of our favorite meme coins, we have 36% on Foxy. We have 33% on Brett. But more importantly, when we're looking on this 7-day chart, we do see some gaming coins. Vulcan Forged up 30%, 𝗙𝗢𝗏 up 23%, XAI taking a 20% gain, Playable Games with a nice 20% bounce back as well. So what are some of the catalysts occurring right now that could be charging this market? And especially if Bitcoin continues to run, I actually expect gaming coins to take a massive leg up here. What are the reasons why? Well, first of all, yes, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. I mean, they're actually showing now that their launch model was the right way to go. And what this means is, yes, if you look at it on paper, okay, let's go back to the 7-day. Let's look at Carrot. At a 1.1 billion market cap and 96 million fully diluted, on the surface, you might think, oh, that's not great tokenomics. But the fact of the matter is, their investors are locked up for 6 months and then a 24-month vest on a lot of these rounds. So not a lot of tokens are coming into circulation. What does this create? They airdropped it out to the hooligan holders. They, sold their bag for a major profit because the day one community got a nice bag. But then after that, we've seen nothing but upwards momentum, which is not a surprise because there's not a lot of tokens that are being sold on the market because pre-sale investors are locked up. So this is quite the example in a market where we've been seeing low float, which means low circulation, but then the unlocks start coming and it crushes some of these tokens. I'm just going to make an example out of one, which is, Portal. We see Portal, which launched around $3. It's now at $1. A 60% drop in this token ever since launch. That's due to the tokenomics and the unlock schedule. So we see 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, which is putting in a nice bid to show how tokenomics are done. And then at the same time, I've talked over and over about why I'm betting on publishers over individual games. While yes, I am betting on games like Prime, which is an ecosystem at this point, 𝗬𝗏𝗧, Wilder World, Domi Online, 𝗗𝗢𝗏𝗡𝗧, some of these smaller ones, as well as some of the larger market caps. I'm betting on chains and publishers the hardest, right? And it's hard to pick the next Fortnite, but it's a lot easier to invest in an overarching Epic, Riot Games, etc. So I do have a lot of individual game bets, and you guys know that here on In the Game. But my biggest positions at this point in time are in the infrastructures: Ronin, Beam, Super, IMX, Zentree, Prime, XAI, PYR, AVAX, Solana, Altura, 𝗓𝗏𝗧. These types of tokens I'm extremely high on, because if anything out of those ecosystems flourish, that overarching coin is going to see a lot of upside. And while these may not have as much X potential as a low market cap game, they're much more stable. And if you go in with size in your portfolio, which I have, like these are weighted in my portfolio much higher than an individual game, then all you need is a 5x or so off of some of these, and your portfolio is going to be looking solid. And you hit some of those smaller game bets, and you're going to be sitting pretty. One of those infrastructures that I really love, and I think is a fantastic buy as of right now, which is Ronin. Ronin's doing their Coinbase campaign, which is only available in certain regions. Those living in certain regions, the goal of the campaign is to onboard net new citizens. So we make sure to share it with your friends and the fam, and the campaign is live. This is going to get a lot more exposure for Ronin, and it's going to put a lot more holders, a lot more just engagement into their ecosystem. And with the amount of active wallets and the amount of liquidity flowing through here, I think it's one of the biggest no-brainers of this cycle, alongside Beam, which did have a nice run earlier this week. If you were to look at the charts, we see a huge spike up here. There was a big exchange listing around this point in time. As we see, it got up above 3 cents temporarily, hanging around that 2.7 level. But Ronin, Beam, I'm absolutely in love with. I love Super, and I also love Zentree. And I implore you, we're not going to do it on this show, but go check out the founder of 𝗙𝗢𝗥𝗚/Zentree talking about exactly what the vision is here for their rebrand. I think it's really going to open your eyes to what they're doing with the meta game layer, the details of the token, how the game of games will transform the gaming industry. I mean, I had the pleasure of speaking with the founder out in Dubai to kind of see what their vision is going to be. And this is exactly why I'm so bullish on Zentree. And let's go pull up the Zentree token specifically. Here we are at a $220 million market cap against something like a Beam, which is a $1.3 billion market cap. I think there's a lot of upside to be had in some of these ecosystems. And look, there are more stimulating economics coming to the fold right now, like play to earn, and the risk reward, the ROI side of these games has been completely missing for quite some time. Like people don't go into these games anymore, as I mentioned on last show, because of economic upside. Well, now we see Overworld coming with their Overworld Arena, $100,000 USDT prize pool, and $1 million prize pool in their token, Xterrio points, guaranteed whitelist. This is giving incentive. We see Meta Alchemist from Seedify on their Seed World NFTs. It's alpha time as the Seed World tokenomics are starting at 35 million FTV. And actually each early Seed World NFT stakers will get more points towards this drop. So gamifying these types of things and not making it all about that fundraise, the low float, high FTV. So people are changing the narrative. The economics are coming to the fold. We see the next phase of the Mavia ecosystem. This is not only going to add speculation to Mavia, but potentially more utility as there's wager matches, the marketplace integration. Some of the supply is going to be going off circulation, and it's going to be going back to the project used in the marketplace. So you can see why some of these economic structures are going to bring a lot of utility to these coins. And for me, like my favorite game bets individually, we all know Prime. I'm big into Wilder World. I'm loving what Mavi is doing. I think Mavi is a great play, especially right now, gearing up for their economic launch. I think Carrot's still a great play. I know it's up quite a bit this month, but still so much upside to be had there. Between 𝗓𝗏𝗧, I think there's still a lot of room to grow here. Crown on Solana at 50 cents is just too dirt cheap, in my opinion. I like Moon Tropica. As I mentioned earlier, I still like 𝗗𝗢𝗏𝗡𝗧, and I wouldn't be surprised if Shrapnel makes a little bit of a comeback. Shrapnel's next playtest is on June 24th until the 28th. So this is STX 3.1. Token unlocks have been hitting this one pretty hard. But if this next playtest comes through and it's really impresses people, because in the past, people just want a little more of a complete game, right? And it is coming together. I've played this. It is something that I think is very fun, but just needs a little more polish to it. The more that this ecosystem comes along, I could probably see the Shrapnel token making a little bit of a comeback as well. So those are some of the token positions that I'm eyeing up. And really, my biggest play this cycle in gaming is in the infrastructures. Like, I want those overarching ecosystems that are publishing or that are chains or that are game studios that are going to have multiple titles underneath them so I can stack them. And I don't need as much gains from those to make hay because I'm going bigger into those projects. So that's my strategy right now on the gaming side. If you're looking for like a gaming node opportunity, the 𝗏𝗏 node sale right now has been going absolutely insane. We've actually seen the total sale. I mean, like this, first of all, it's sold out. Like, and that's a crazy landmark for these types of nodes. And I mean, I know around the corner, there's going to be 𝗙𝗢𝗚𝗓𝗏 nodes. There's going to be these different types of nodes coming to the fold. And I think 𝗏𝗏 may have brought the narrative back because nodes were dead for a while. And I feel like 𝗏𝗏 might be bringing, and the gaming nodes have been proving to be a good play. Like, I got in on Myria. I got in on Bull. I have Aether nodes. I do have 𝗙𝗢𝗚 nodes, which should be coming to the public sometime in the near future. So 𝗏𝗏 also showing that the market is alive and well whenever it does come to the matter of nodes. And then we have boss fighters. This is one I've recently that's come across my radar. They're coming out of the same ecosystem that Big Time did. Their economy is going live here around August, which could add some speculation because Big Time, their economy did spark a GameFi run. So that's something I'm looking ahead to. Their latest sale on OpenLoot sold out in 2 minutes. So pretty crazy there. And these NFTs are basically the Time Wardens in Big Time, which is a utility NFT that generates tokens. So this is an ecosystem that I'm taking a very close look at, and I think could make a major run later this summer as far as some of the speculative narratives. And coming out of the same ecosystem as Big Time, it's definitely something I am watching. And then last, but certainly not least right now is meme coins. You know, like meme coins right now have been going absolutely crazy. And what better than a meme coin that is incubated by 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏? And if you guys don't know 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, we've covered it here quite a bit. Let me find the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 token here. Here we are. Which is at an 86 mil market cap, 780 on the fully diluted. They are incubating this meme coin, which is 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. This is actually going to be going into public sale today for whitelisters. And then in the near future, this will be into the open public round. It's a small raise, but I think this one's going to crush it based on what 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 did on their TGE. And then last but not least, I know you guys have been asking a lot of questions about my software product, Nexus. We are actually going live to the public later this month, so you'll be able to get your hands on it. We have a lot of exciting features coming to the fold, from our launchpad to the token unlocks to a lucrative affiliate structure, from the mobile UI, NFT, ordinals support, and more. So for those that ask in the comment section about getting into the software, that is coming up here very soon. But I think the time is now, guys. Like, everyone's sleeping still on the gaming narrative. Some of these projects just have not moved yet. And even the ones that have moved 20% or so, I think you're at such a good point. And I know I see the comments, guys, like, GameFi is not going to run. When is this going to happen? Patience is the virtue here, right? Narratives bounce around in the space. And I guarantee you, gaming will come back to the fold with big time catalysts like 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, like Mavia's economy, potentially Shrapnel's game improvement from some of these ecosystems like Ronin getting in front of more people, the elephant in the room with off the grid. Like, there's so much opportunity here. Now is the time to be stacking up on these altcoins. And a quick shout out to our sponsors here on In the Game. We have Real Fever, aka 𝗤𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, with some big updates coming through the door in June. We've actually played this on stream before. Very fun game. You have legends in the soccer game, and you're going against each other in like a card battle format. They have survival modes with 2 deck ratings, free playoffs with new schedules, special event, Phoenix tournament, and more coming this June. So some big updates coming out of this ecosystem. And then shout out to Dreams Quest. I know they have some big updates coming through the door with their upcoming mobile launch, which we actually featured here on In the Game as well. But they're posting a lot of these different articles just about their ecosystem, exactly like the way that it's going to be laid out, and just everything around their game, describing what's going on, their dev logs. Everything's top tier right now coming out of the Dreams Quest ecosystem. So check them out down below in the description. And that's going to do it for me on the Wednesday update, guys. Nice to see the market bouncing. Some of these, my portfolio is looking very nice today as far as my gaming coins. I expect there to be a major run this summer still, and we're going to be having you covered throughout that time period right here on In the Game. So if you're getting alpha out of this channel, if you're finally seeing some pumps in your gaming coins, like the video, comment down below, and subscribe. Help us get to 100K here on In the Game. And I will see you guys on the next one. As always, play well, my friends.